So in the last session, we simply created a one registration page. We'll create a reactive form. So how to create a reactive form? First, if you want to create a reactive form, you need to create a model. If you want to construct a model, first you need to import Yeah, tell me.
So reactive form module, we need to import in app.module.form control form module.
Okay, if you want to work with reactive form, that answer is correct. So perfect. First, you need to import reactive forms module. So import all the modules, two modules, one place, next component services in one place. Import from @ /forms. What we need to import?
Reactive form module.
So we'll import both two forms module for two-way data bind.
Yes.
Right. Next, reactive forms module. Once import, what you need to do? You need to import here as well as forms module for two-way data binding. So we'll import that one also. Next one for the reactive forms module. Done. I have saved the file. Okay. First step one. You want to work with reactive forms. First, we need to import the reactive forms module. Step one is done. Sir, how many times I import for a project? Only one time. Correct, right? Next, go to the respective component. So first, we need to create a model, because model only will handle a data bind to the UI or getting the data from UI and send to the server. Okay, model is the responsible. Model is nothing but it will responsible to hold the content. @angular/forms. Which forms? So first we need to import form group and then
form control,
form builder. Okay, yes, we can able to do a form control also. So in a form builder, we have discussed about a dependency injection. How to do a dependency injection form builder, right? We'll do that.
Yes.
One. Okay, user registration. I'm creating a variable which is a type form group, which is a type form group. Okay, we'll create a form here itself. Will create a form itself. Okay, so if you're going to do with a form group with a form control, you need to go to follow the approach one. So we'll directly see approach two will be do how? By in the form builder. The form builder is a simple service. You need to create a dependency injection for that service. Once again, form builder. Form builder dot group form
control name.
No, I'm waiting at the people to answer. Shravanti, Uma, Ashwin, please try. Just try it, wrong or right, just try it. So earlier here we are declaring the form group. Instead of ng on it, we are creating a form builder here. In this, we will directly create a form builder. Okay, first element is username, which is a type form control. Okay, if you want to create a form control, you need to do like this: new form control. Yes. So but in Angular, as we discussed, no need to create any object. Simply for a form builder, it is giving like this. Okay, it will take the
Okay,
first parameter as a input, second parameter as a validations. Will we do validations parallelly? Validators. Validators dot required. Next element is email. Okay. Validators
So we-
dot require. So validator is a type object. You can able to give a multiple. Okay, I need to add a email validation also. If you want to multiple, you can able to add like an object. If you have single, you can able to do directly. Validators dot email. Next, username also will add a min and max length. Okay, validators dot min length of
5.
so minimum. Okay, 5. Okay, fine. Validators dot max length
20, sir.
20. Okay, username, email validations also we applied. Next, password. So password also I will add a required validations. Required.
Password.
No, required only. So next one is
Confirm password.
confirm password. Okay. Okay, we'll make this one as a mandatory, remaining put it as optional. Confirm password, date of birth, DOB, take it as empty. Next one is gender, take it as
Empty, sir.
next one is phone number. Next one is address. Zip code. Okay. Next. So step one, we have imported it. We have
Form and
imported
form.
Reactive Forms module in app model as well. Step two, we have created our form group. That is nothing but a model which will this will be the responsible for your form. So for using the template driven forms, you need to create a one folder called the model. In that model, you need to add this all the model classes, right? Next. So this user registration is ready to use. Go to the HTML file. Now tell me how to do. The next step 3, what we need to do? We need to bind that value. So in Reactive Forms, how to bind?
Form control name and control.
Before form control, we have one more thing, right? On the top of the form, we need to decorate
Form group.
like this.
Yeah,
Form
sir.
group is equal to form name,
That
user
name.
registration. Next,
Here we need to add, sir.
form
Form control.
control name. Correct.
Equal to that.
So we need to know exactly. You need to tell if you say form control, sir. So it is uppercase or small case, lowercase or form hyphen control. Okay, form control name. Okay, what is the name?
That username. Something.
Hmm?
User.
Username. Next. So do you need to square brackets? Do you need to add square brackets or not?
No.
No.
Not.
Right. So if you are created form control without a form group, in that situation, you need to add square brackets of form control. Only form if you are declaring like this. In which case, we are simply creating the plain form controls. Okay. We need to know all the cases. So we are directly using the upper. Next form control name, email. This one is password. Okay, let us save and check it. Any compilation, you need to check here. Compiled successfully. It is all loaded perfectly, but still one more time. Inspect page. There also you need to check any console exceptions are there or not. Sometimes everything will be work fine. Still you have the some console exception. This will call a runtime issues once you deploy. Okay, to avoid that one, please check here itself. 3 places.
Okay.
Place 1, place 2, place 3. Okay, next password. This is the confirm password. Variable name should be camel
Capital.
case. Camel case.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he added a placeholder date of birth, class controller, on focus, on blur, will not require. DOB. Select gender. So every time I am saying about to, please try something. So anybody tried this radio button?
Checkbox I tried, sir.
Okay, tell me how you done.
I given type equal to checkbox and check it like that, sir. By default it will
Binding.
check over.
Team, anybody tried this one?
Radio buttons.
No, Krishna.
So first, if you want to select any male or female, how you need to apply?
You have to just
So how it is coming as if I
type
click on
as
male, it is coming able to check on the male. If I click on female, then male is unchecking and able to check on female. Why? Because
They are grouped together, Krishna.
yes, that answer is perfect, but I need the straight answer.
name should be equal.
Correct. Name should be equal. Answer is name should be equal. So here it will be grouped by using the name. That too only radio button, not for the, if you are using the checkbox. If you are given the same names, it will not come. It will apply for both. So internally, the logic in the Chrome is if the radio button is type, if the input type is a radio button, then if you are applying the same name, then they will group. Okay. Form control name, form control name. We given gender. Gender. Okay. Next phone number. Phone number. This is the address. Address. So we have done with the 3 steps. So step 1, module imported done. Step 2, created a form group. Next step 3, created a template with a reactive form. So everything is done. Now this the thing is ready to use. Okay. Okay. Console, some exception is logged. Okay, what is that exception? If you define the both name on a form control attribute, you are the radio button, either values must be matched. Okay, it is showing you are using a some radio button. It is showing some example also. Type radio, form control name is equal to food, name is equal to food. What is showing? Everybody understand? So Angular is saying that one, you are going to use the radio button. For that you decorate with the form control. That will be fine. But there is a syntactical issue. That issue is, it is a simple example it is showing. If I try to check for the food or where I given the food means, you will never get it. That is the alert for you. So it is saying the form control name and name should be match. Okay, that is the thing it is explaining. So here you are giving the capital gender, here giving the small gender. It is a different words. Yes, strings always will be matched by using the case. See, now error is gone, right? These type of things also we need to take care of that one. Okay, you will search for that one. Once you search means, so for example, you are directly assign a project, you are in middle of the project, they will assign your design some radio button from somewhere else in the Google, but still issue. Okay, this is the thing. Both should be matched. Okay, that's why I said please be practice this type of the radio buttons drop downs. So today I am not explaining drop down, right? Once you doing right, please do the drop down also. Okay, next. So both these are, we'll add a some P2, PL2. PL2 means padding left 2, which is provided by the bootstrap. Okay, some padding. Next, you need to add a action here. Okay, what action will add?
That routing, sir. It will not.
Now your answer is wrong. Always for the same question, answer will not be routing. If you click on sign up, where you need to route?
By using click action or by
Yes,
using
now 7th answer will be correct. Okay, from starting onward, she stick on only one answer, sir, you need to add a click. So Vishnu stick on only answer, you need to route, but always answer should be mass according to the conditions. Okay, according to the conditions. For example, once you done the register successfully from the component, you need to navigate back to the login. Okay, okay, where is our sign up here? So can we add here or can we do a form level? So here we are using the form. We can do as a ng on submit. Okay,
ng submit.
sorry, ng submit. So for submit, type submit. Okay, next form level, what we need to add? ng submit
by using event binding.
Correct, perfect answer. So if you want to bind the event means, as a part of the data bindings, we are having the different types of the data binding. So we need to use the perfect data binding. Data binding. Okay, in this data binding, we are having the different. Okay, we need to choose the data binding also. We need to use the event binding because we are binding the event. Event is a binding from view to component, right? Yes. We'll create a function. We'll create a one event here. What is that one? So here we'll match that name exactly. Sign up, right? He given the name as sign up. We'll use that one. Sign up. Okay. So we'll map this function to this event map. Sign up. Okay. Once you click on that one, sign up will be fired. Okay. We'll check it. We'll do a debugger. Can we do a Angular debugger? Team, please remember this point. You can do Angular debugging in developer mode. Once you build in a production, right? For example, in the production server, you can't able to see Angular files. Their Angular deployment will be not there. For example, if you are going to develop a .NET application in the server side, server in the sense where you will be host, right? Hosting environment. For example, GoDaddy. Nowadays we can able to, or else Azure, okay, or else Google. Different people are providing the hosting. So once you hosted, but using the .NET Java server side .NET frameworks will be run the applications. But Angular means up to client mission. That's it. Client in the sense, okay, take it as a developer mission. Whoever is developer in the developer mission itself, until you have compiled your solution with currently I'm doing the ng server. Let me go top. Okay, it is too top. I can't go. Okay, currently I'm using the ng server npm start. Okay, if I do building using the, will show that building also. Prod mode, you can't able to get the TypeScript files. Got my point? So once if you're not in a prod mode, then you can able to get it. Sir, how am I getting right? That is concept of mapping that will be take care of the Angular. Until if you run your application production mode, you can able to still TypeScript files. Once this is deployed, means deployed in the QA, deployed in the model, deployed in the production or whatever the servers, you can't see. You can't able to debug also. You can debug JavaScript other files. Angular you can't able to debug. All minification files will become. This all code will be rechanged. Okay, let me click here. So sign up is firing. Okay, now we'll see the values. This dot user registration. Okay, directly it is given the status is invalid. Okay, next I need to get the values. Okay, dot controls. What are the controls? Username, email address, all these controls. Controls dot address. All are not yet answered, right? Okay, let us start answer. See here, in a single shot, it is showing that one status also invalid because you are not provided the mandatory control values. Now we'll provide a control values. Username, some test, email, test@gmail.com, or else we will use the admin@admin.com, password 123 123 something. Try to sign up. Now check the status. User registration. Okay, under values, user registration dot
Valid.
values, here you can able to get controls dot username dot errors. What type of error is still present? You are not passed the min length. Min is the 5 character you given. Required length is the 4. Actual length is the 5. Required length is the 5. Actual length is the 4. You have given as 5 character, but you have provided correctly. No, you are provided a 4 character. You need to have provided still one more. Min length should be matched. Okay. Okay. Next, any errors? We'll check. Email. Email will be pass. Email will be pass. Why? Because we have provided the correctly. Status valid. Why? Because it is satisfying the email. Okay. All this we have seen earlier. This dot user registration dot value dot address empty. Username test. Okay, your object is ready here, right? Yes, your object is ready. Simply can able to convert JSON dot stringify. Okay, simply we can able to convert this object to a string, and for practice this week we'll store in a local storage. Next week onward we'll store in a API call. Okay, we'll directly store in a database using the API call. We'll use local storage. Okay. Next, sir, still I have the error, right? Until my errors are solved, I can't able to post this data to a server side. How to add a validations, we'll see. Okay, once errors are got, what will be the status? This dot user registration form dot status invalid. We'll make it as a valid. Test 1. Click on sign up. Okay, it will be fine. Status valid. Until your status is valid, you no need to navigate, or you no need to perform save. So when you have to perform the same or API save or API call, if status is success. So if you want to map the status in a template driven forms, you need to check. See here. Once the status is equal to if I press, these are the status provided by the reactive forms. Auto complete also. So here only you need to do a API call to save. Next. So here you have the some issues. Okay. Next, sir, can I hide your sign up button unless the status is valid because user will unnecessarily click, sir? Yes, as per your client requirement, until somebody will do different ways. If I click here, then only show the validations. That will be fine. Somebody will ask like hide the sign up button until
Disable, sir. Can I disable?
star ng if or else you can able to disable
True.
valid. Valid, disabled false, otherwise true. See
Disable.
here, earlier you can able to button, here you got this one. Let me click here. See, it was disabled until it is activated. Okay, password 123, confirm 123. See here, once everything here, it is enabled. Okay, Vishnu, earlier you asked this one, right, sir? Until my farm, one time you asked this question, I remember.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you will get it. So this is the way. So that's why I'm said, right, even though in the phase 1 or phase 2, you will see the different concept. In the phase 1 I have seen disabled, no, in this we can able to see, but always every day we'll get a new things. I will explain here. Okay, so this button is done until it is status valid, it will never enable, it always disabled. Okay, next thing, next we need to show you some errors. So what is errors we need to show? Tell me what errors we need to show. First, this username should be required first, right? This username should be required. We need to show a required validations.
Star and JF.
FI field is or else username is required. User name is required. How to do this one?
Real
Okay.
Fox.
Text danger. How many text CSS are there? Bootstrap class are there? There are also 7 to 8. Text dangers, it show in a red color. So when I have to show red color, by default username is required? No. By default I will hide. So we'll construct this inside of here itself, form group. Then that padding will be go off. So username is required. When I need to show, so by default you don't have to show, but by default client want to show, this will be the enough. By default the client don't want to show, then you need to add a star ng if structural directive. What will be the condition we need to add, Ashwini?
The registration form dot report.
Yeah,
Form dot?
user registration dot name.
So if you're directly confused in here, right, you can check here. Okay, you can able to check here. Just a time purpose, we will enable this one. Here you have the disabled property, right? You can enable just a time being console. So client also may do what will happen, right? That's why we will have the one more check at client side. Here also we need to add once you are going to sign up. Otherwise, user hacker will do any different things. Okay. Click on sign up. You are confusing with that code, right? This dot user registration dot controls dot get username, or this one is the get. Yes, here is the get dot errors. What type of errors required? Okay, this is the way you can able to get the error. Sir, what is this get method? Everybody, anybody doubt or it is clear? What is this get, Vishnu? So in the phase one, we have seen, right? There is a different ways to get the values in a reactive form model. You can able to access by the controlled dot named username dot errors or else user registration dot they given a value set get the patch. We can use those method also. You can able to get it. Okay. So let me decorate this one in this top of the blue. So we have the errors. We have the different errors. What type of the errors? Dot required. Required. So any issue you will get now?
No.
No. You will get a issue. What that
Question
issue?
mark dot.
Yes. So you need to handle a null exception. Why null exception raised? It is saying that one try to object is possibly null. It is trying to indicate the user there may chance to getting the null. Why? Because null, if value is a success, right? Automatically you will not see a required in that case is null. So we need to handle a null exception. Put a question mark.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. It's not compiled. Maybe taking time. Let me save. Okay, something property require some error, another error came.
Question mark is missing in this syntax.
Pardon?
That ternary that we were using in the file, it is not reflecting over here. See,
Not getting you.
the question mark is missing here. It is
Question
not
mark.
reflecting.
Okay. So we need to put in square brackets.
No. Where is my question mark here? Is that file compiled?
I don't think so.
Let me remove. Control X. Save it.
No, it's not.
I don't think this.
So stop and
Line number 9 లో కనిపించట్లేదు అది.
Correct. I can able to understand. I'm just checking why it is not compiled. Okay. Then you need to stop and do again. Control K C. Now came. Property required comes from an index. It must be accessed with the required. It's saying that one use like this. Now again issue.
No, not required that question mark.
User registration status is equal to valid, true or false. It is showing some different. Okay, where it is showing you are compiled user registration at status. Why it is issue? Parser error. Condition explain user registered get username dot required requires all three exception at the end of the expressions required. So we have added the min and max length, right? We need to add those two also. It is just indicating as a user thing. Okay. So with this exception, we'll continue tomorrow. I need to jump another meeting. Okay, tomorrow we'll show these exceptions. Next, we'll complete and we'll store in a local storage. Okay, and we'll perform our login page. Once your user is logged in, then we need to navigate to the home page.